Well, let's talk about it. Practicing family law, I will say, is not for the weak. Definitely not for the weak. Because you as the attorney, you are running the gambit of experience and emotions here. It is heartbreaking, it is fulfilling, it is stressful, it is, a way that you're literally helping families. But let's get into the pros and the cons, and let's start with the cons first so that we could end off on a positive note with the pros, right? So the first con is that, again, high emotional situations. Your clients are going to be coming to you with the highest emotions because they're at the lowest point in their life with their family. And you now have to be the logical, level-headed one for them because it's their family. They can't do that on their own. So you are seeing a lot of heartbreaking situations and heartbreaking stories, and of course broken families. You are going to be exposed to a lot of domestic violence situations where you are going to have to be the one advising what is the best course of action for protection of these persons. And being exposed to the details of violence and abuse and heartbreak, it can take a toll on you mentally and emotionally. And it takes a while for you to develop your own strategies about how to slightly distance your feelings about a situation. You don't want to completely distance yourself because you still have to have a heart in these situations. But I had a therapist tell me once that you can develop secondhand trauma from being exposed to these kinds of situations. So you have to monitor that. That's why I was like, it's not for the weak. I wrote down my points because I like to stay on point. Right, and things could get drastic and out of hand really quickly. You're gonna experience emergency situations. You're gonna get blindsided. I remember one time I showed up in court for one client, walked into the court, the magistrate was like, "Oh yes, you're here," and I was like, "Yes, I'm here," and they was like, "Look, your client over there," and I was like, "But I don't have them on the schedule for today," and they were like, "Oh, this is an emergency hearing." So I had to just get into the mode of handling that emergency situation when I just came there for a management hearing for somebody else. So the surprises come at you fast. And the last con is that some situations will stick with you forever because they were that drastic, they were that violent, and it will stick with you forever. But I think you're there to help people, so you're gonna have to put that aside and work the situation for your client. Now let's get into some of the pros, because there are pros, and I hope I didn't scare away anybody from practicing family law there. You get to help people in their time of a need, and you actually get to see the results of helping these people. You develop strategies, like I discussed before, to detach your emotions from situations and get even more level-headed, get even more strategic as a person and as a lawyer. You develop your skills in strategy and advocacy because you're fighting for people's families and their rights to their children. So you are going to develop a lot of strategy in the way you deal with situations from the beginning to the end. It's way more interesting than corporate law. I could tell you that. I have some experience in corporate, and family law is way more interesting. Like I said, it's heartbreaking, but you always have something new to deal with. I found corporate law to be a little bit boring. Not bad, but not as interesting as family law. And this area of law, like I said, is not for the weak. If you want to be successful at this, you have to have a level of passion for it, because this is going to take up your whole life. So you have to have a level of passion for it. You have to be able to calm people down. You have to be able to get straight to the point. And but the only way to do it and develop these things is to actually start doing it. So if you're looking into practicing family law, keep these things in mind. Don't be scared of it, but go into it with eyes wide open and ask yourself, is it in my personality to deal with highly emotional situations. If it's not, then maybe this mightn't be for you, but you might flourish somewhere else.